Noisy Pixel.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to episode 73 of the Noisy Pixel podcast, here where we talk about games and news and stuff, but mostly about ourselves. I'm your host, Azario Lopez, and with me today, Mark DiMattei.
What is going on, everybody? It's your favorite human.
Is that what you're calling yourself? Do you typically refer to yourself as your favorite?
As a human? Yeah, dude. The simplest form.
Okay. Well, and then we have, I guess,
our second favorite human.
Runner up, Ian Goudelock.
Yeah, I'll go for like a decent acquaintance, but yeah.
Thank you guys for joining. How are you guys doing? We've missed a couple weeks. Ian, what have you been up to?
Man, I've been I have a huge commission. For those that don't know, I draw on outside of Noisy Pixel, and I have a huge graphic novel I'm working on now, and it's 270 pages, and
wow.
it's a little intimidating but exciting. So I hope something comes of it. So yeah, we'll see.
Keep us updated, because that sounds awesome, and I'd love to see your progress and see what you're cooking up.
Yeah.
If you guys do follow Ian on his Instagram, he does have some really nice art. So, Ian, what's your Instagram?
It's my name. It's Ian Goudelock. ANGOUDELOCK, and I haven't posted just because I've been working on that a lot lately. But hopefully,
you can go to the back. They can lurk.
Yeah,
in a couple months.
I'll try to get some October-y things in there this month. So yeah,
you're gonna do Inktober.
Oh no,
Inktober.
Dude. Okay. I actually Justine let me know about this, the whole Inktober thing, because I was ignorant to it. But I guess I won't be doing that. But I might do like a Drawloween thing.
Drawloween.
It's Inktober is setting yourself up for disaster. That's what I think.
And I guess there's issues with the dude that does that. So whatever.
Yeah, there's been issues. Everybody's getting canceled.
Everybody's yeah.
I for creative minds, I think that Inktober is just setting yourself up for failure. Sometimes you don't want to create, and to say that you're going to do it every day for 30 days. And then some people, they'll cheat, they'll like two months before Inktober, they'll do all their stuff, they'll prep everything.
No.
Yeah. So when October comes around, they have like these extravagant like Inktober things, and everyone that's like actually doing it day by day is like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's my life? Like, what's going on?
It is discouraging when you see
very discouraging. Yeah. So I say down with Inktober. just do what you got to. Just create, guys, and support each other. Or passively aggressively support each other, because we all know it's all about you. And good luck.
Hey, yeah.
Mark, what have you been up to, man?
Well, just like Ian, I mean, I'm not as cool as drawing 270 pages, but I have been working on a lot of art myself, as I also am a designer / person of artistic value outside of Noisy Pixel / inside of Noisy Pixel, because that's the source. But other than that, I've been doing wedding videos. I've been editing some photos. I've been a little bit stressed out with everything, a little bit of crying. Other than that, we're good to go though. Just keeping busy day by day.
Dude, yeah,
sometimes you gotta cry.
It's been a little hectic, the schedule. So sometimes like I have to write down on the to-do list, like cry for 5 minutes in order to stay sane. Other than that,
note,
though,
it's our 2-year anniversary, guys. So,
Yay!
congratulations.
Congrats. Insert horn noise.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Horn. Yeah. Okay.
Horn.
I was like, oh man.
2 years of Noisy Pixel, and we're insanely growing every day. It's all thanks to the people that trust us, I guess, to deliver them news, reviews, previews, and more. I don't know, Mark. How do you feel about hanging out with me for 2 years?
Hanging out for 2 years? I mean, like, it's not like we hung out for 2 years, but in the honor of your question, it's been an honor to say it again twice in one sentence. You know, it's been a ride. I would have never thought, and I'm gonna save this stuff for the video. You know, just sneak peek, people. We got a nice little video coming in. If you're watching this podcast,
it's coming hot. It's cooking in the oven right now.
But I don't want to spoil what I'm going to say, but it's been a wild ride. I would have never imagined being in this spot in my entire life. And there's still a lot to go, so I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah. 17-year-old Mark would have never thought that he would be with a group of people who read Yuri visual novels.
I wouldn't even know what a Yuri visual novel is if I didn't meet up with you guys.
You're busy playing land games of Halo.
Yes. 17-year-old Mark would have never predicted a weeb culture inside of him.
Hey, so there's a first time for everything. And Ian, you've been with us for about a year now.
Yeah, October I think was like when the first review came out, and
wow.
Yeah, so about halfway. So I'm kind of the newbie when it comes to at least this chat. But yeah, it's been wild, man. I mean, I've never even with everything that's been going on. I mean, we went to PAX East and at the very beginning of the year, obviously. But it I have never done any of the things that I've done with Noisy Pixel, and it's been awesome, and everybody that works here is just, they're super easy to get along with, and totally different talents, and I think gives every game they play like a different kind of perspective, like games that I would never have heard of or am clueless about, so it's really awesome.
It is. And I noticed that too. I've even like past websites that I've worked at, it's always tough to like everybody, even especially in this industry. Any job that you ever had, it's tough to like everyone, but like Noisy Pixel is just consistently, everybody is just all brings so much passion and like energy to the group that even when we get new people in, and it's like we're hitting it out of the park for the most part. There's a few
well,
that didn't make it.
When looking at the videos and like reviews, like the amount of reviews, I was just like astounded that the number that was done in a year's time. It's insane. It's crazy.
365 reviews since last October, and the year before we did 255 our first year. So doing an extra 100, like, and guys, like, it is not easy for listeners. It's not easy doing this, and especially like when it's based off of passion, especially because we made the dumb mistake, Mark and I, when we launched it, that every freaking review will have a video, and I don't think we were expecting all the work that would go behind that, but we fucking did it. So I am very excited.
But I think people really seem to like that because it's so visual and it shows gameplay and everything. And
that's the thing. Like the indie games that you play from a screenshot, you have no idea what that game is. And that's my problem. That was my problem with reviewing indie games before. When it was just written, it was like, well, in my review, I basically have to describe everything because no one's going to see what I'm talking about. But with video, we have that crutch to be like, oh, I get to show them this. I don't have to be completely descriptive, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I keep that in the back of my mind when I do a review, just because, especially with some of the indie games, you know, that I do, it would be almost like tedious to explain, and even then I don't even know if people would get it. But knowing that there's that visual element, I can like focus on other things, and so you can talk about kind of weird games and in a kind of streamlined way, you know, without losing people's interest, I think. So yeah, it's awesome.
Sorry, I have to mute because they decided to open up the garage right now. Damn it. You guys hear it?
No.
I did when you were speaking about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't hear it anymore.
That's right. Mark, looking back, how do you kind of see our push for reviews and stuff? Do you think that's like a good thing that Noisy Pixel does? Like, is that what we're known for?
It could be. I mean, of course, it's a good thing. I mean, especially if you're looking at it just straight from a growth and marketing perspective. Like, if we're tackling all these games that no one barely even has any information about, why not take it a step further and provide you with the gameplay, the extra screenshots, the narration about our feelings of it? Like, what is a few screenshots of an indie game going to do to someone who really cares about an indie game just as much as a AAA game? You know? There are a lot of people out there. I am not, of course, one of them. But for those that are, you know, like, I think we provide the strongest outlet, both on YouTube and the internet, for information on that stuff. So I wouldn't see it any other way. I think we need to continue to do the reviews, as well as hopefully maybe push out another 100 extra this year. And if you need help, sir, I will definitely help you on that. But,
thank you.
But I'm hoping to see some more expansion into a variety of things. Hopefully, you know, every year we should have something new. And we just launched our first last gen episode, if we didn't talk about that yet. So I don't know if you wanted to give you the audience some more information on maybe some more things we have coming up this year. But last gen would be the first one I can bring up for this conversation.
Yeah, we have last gen is a little product of my love for retro games. So last gen is going to be seasons, where we have episodes a season, and they'll go through different variety of games. I'm personally super knowledgeable on like old RPGs, but I didn't want it to be an RPG show. I didn't want to like just be like, here's a bunch of old RPGs. It's too easy, you know? I expanded to different genres and kind of go outside my comfort zone. And I'm discovering a lot of interesting things about classic games. And I buy a lot of games that I don't get to play, and this kind of allows me to play them. So that's another thing. That's another reason why I launched it, is that I actually want to play the games that I own as an adult. It's a lot of fun. We work with Spencer Legacy, who has been with the site for a while, but he's just been sitting on him for a while because he does good voiceovers, but he also works at a few other sites. So we get what we can, and we appreciate the time that he gives us. And he's written a couple episodes, so expect some surprises, surprise stuff across all genres and across all like consoles. And then I don't know, thing about coronavirus that sucks, and a big reason why we couldn't do everything we wanted to do for this second year is it has a lot to do with how the virus affects our kind of personal being in the same room as each other. Like we have Retro Pixel, which we want to continue, but it's hard because it's tough to hang out together. You know, it's like, I mean, friends do hang out, but it's always like, I don't know, how would you explain that, Ian? Like, you explain, like, you want to hang out with your friends, but you don't want to be like,
It's
you have coronavirus.
Yeah,
you
no,
may have coronavirus.
it is hard, and I'm sure a lot of people are experiencing this where it's like, man, it would be cool to do this social thing, but I also want that person to be able to do a social thing a second time or something like so it's that risk. And man, that retro, yeah, it seems like a lifetime ago that we were doing that, even though it was just like earlier this year. But
And it's honestly one of my favorite shows, and I'm sure a lot of people think that was like 3,000 subscribers ago too, so we have like so many new people to show this show to.
and that's another good excuse to play older games or games that either you haven't touched in a long time or just that are completely new. And yeah, man, I miss that.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Yeah, we're planning on bringing the retro pixel back, and then
2021 is the storm.
yeah, I mean,
Get ready.
it's gonna be fun. We're gonna push a little harder. We're gonna have more fun. It's gonna grow. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, and thank you, Mark and Ian.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know. What can we talk about for news? You guys want to talk about any next gen stuff? I didn't get a PlayStation 5 pre-order in, and I hate thinking about it.
You're not going to get one probably till like Christmas.
Yeah, that's what people have been telling me.
Is that the part you hate thinking about? Like that it's just going to be so long? Yeah.
It's like FOMO, you know? It's like everyone's going to be playing these dope ass versions of these games, but I'm going to be playing this machine. I still have my launch day PS4. So it gets a little loud.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I did get the Xbox Series X.
That's
really,
and it was the actual.
You bought the Xbox.
Yeah, I bought the Xbox Series X. I'm an Xbox boy now, guys. Yakuza, the new Yakuza is going to be exclusive until next March on there. So I think I lucked out with that one.
That's nuts. I wasn't. I've been mostly a PlayStation guy, but I mean, it's good that they really brought their game in the past like week or so. I think.
Oh yeah. That Bethesda buyout. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be waiting to next.
I don't know when I'll get a PS5. Probably when Final Fantasy 16 comes out.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I know it's gonna happen, and I'll probably get a PlayStation, but yeah, yeah, maybe just for a few more games, or maybe once things settle down a little bit with like COVID stuff, probably.
I think you're in a good position because you bought a PC recently, and that's like been not bad, dude. Okay, but if they release a 4K Switch next year, would you buy that?
Dude, they ain't gonna have a 4K Switch.
Dude,
they ain't gonna have a 4K Switch.
It's gonna have to be an updated Switch, because that's the only way that Nintendo is gonna survive.
Are you sure? Because why would they make a 4K Switch if they can't even make a 1080p handheld screen?
Okay, so my thinking is that you have these third parties that are making these games, but there's no way that they can develop PS5 and Xbox Series X without having a second team to create a different type of game for the Switch. So right now you can get by with porting and kind of downscaling your third party game for Switch, like the Outer Worlds did, or even some of the Dragon Ball games did. But with PS5 and Xbox Series X, I think developers are going to be kind of limited on how much they can downscale their game to run on Switch. That makes me think that Switch can probably survive on these indies that they have, and they can probably survive on their first party IPs. They've already sold a shit ton of consoles, I think if they want that third-party support for the bigger publishers in the future, they're gonna have to put out something more powerful.
Super Mario 4K.
Just get in those mustache hairs and follicles.
Yeah, you can see like every hair follicle.
Yeah, I could see it happening for sure, and because I feel like Nintendo's so weird, man. They go through like these phases, but I feel like now that they've dipped their toe back in these like weirder indie and like ports and third party, I think they really are liking the taste of that. So they might release. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near what these next consoles are, but that would be cool. Yeah, and yeah, I'm an idiot and probably totally would get that if they did that. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah.
I'm really liking Xbox's stance on backwards compatibility, and it's something that Nintendo has always done. So I'm pretty excited about the future of gaming. It's just this like time frame, so bad to launch a console. Like there's no excitement. Like we're getting new consoles in a freaking month, and I could care less.
It's 1 month away.
That was and that was not the case with the PS4 and Xbox One. Like I remember like counting down the days or buying the controllers early because they put them in GameStop for like 2 weeks before the launch, and I just remember like the hype, but there's no, I don't know
do
what
you
it
think
is.
That's more how you're feeling, or do you think like the public in general is kind of feeling that too?
Yeah, I guess I'm very secluded in my thoughts. Like if I don't think something
well, no, I'm genuinely curious though, because that's the other hard part about like being so separated from everybody, is like how is everybody else feeling about this, and because the way I was perceiving it, it's like everybody else is excited about it, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna wait. So I don't know.
I hate how all these it's like so popular for the new consoles, and a bunch of bots got the pre-orders, and now they're like on eBay for $1,000 and stuff. I just think there's too much hype surrounding these next gen consoles. Not hype for the games, because I can't really tell you what launch day games are on my radar besides Yakuza, I guess, but that's also coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Mentioning that is that was a big incentive for me with PS5, was thinking of the new Spider-Man game, but like you said with that too, it's also PS4, so it's like, oh, okay, well I can hold out even longer, so yeah. Even
the Spider-Man experience, I beat that game, and I think I'm really close to a platinum. But if I played it today, it would be the same experience as if I played it when it came out. Like I could have waited for that.
Sure.
But overall, it was a great experience. So if you do miss out on one game that you have your eye on, more than likely you will have a great experience playing it a month later. And I guess that's how I need to tell myself to calm down when I wake up in a cold sweat without the PS5 pre-order.
I think it's hard in specifically in your position though, because you're thinking of not just games, but also conveying that to the masses, Yeah.
It's tough to stomach. We also got to review games, so I mean, I guess we won't be reviewing PS5 games. A couple of guys on staff got the PS5, so you will see PS5 reviews soon. What sucks though is I have to update all the capture hardware. The 4K pass-through is only for a couple of hardware stuff, so and just more stuff to deal with, guys.
I just want to bring up the fact that Xbox has backwards compatibility, and the PlayStation is a little they're not fully backwards compatible. What's up with that? What is up with that?
It's stupid.
Do they not want you playing the games? I don't get it, Sony. Don't get it.
I mean, if Xbox can let us play original Xbox games. Like, come on,
Yeah.
come on, Sony. You have years of titles that you could just put in on one box, and you just do PS4.
We're just in this day and age of brands like only living in their own bubble, you know? Like you have these big brands that are just trying to like be completely isolationist. I didn't say that word right. Isolationist with themselves. You know, they don't want to share anything. They want to have their own operating system, you know, like they want to make everything on their own.
Everything
And
proprietary.
It's causing some havoc right now in 2020 and on, you know, it's only going to get worse from here. So it's nice to see some Xbox support.
Yeah. And you know what's, I think, yeah, you really like hit the nail on the head there, because I was so excited to hear about like PS4, like being, you know, or PS5 being backwards compatible with PS4. But then it's like, yeah, there's so many other games and all these weird, like janky third party companies that you can go out and buy these systems that are backwards compatible for these, but like not the official Sony system, you know? So
yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
I think the worst, my worst days are when I have to hook up my PS3, like capture something or play an old game. I hate it. I hate doing it. I hate turning it on.
I still have it plugged in just because there are so many.
Yeah,
you know,
it's still chilling. But it's so weird how like PS4 when we first got it, like the boot up screen was like so fast, and now I'm just like, the PS4 takes so long to boot up.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
like
hate the future.
Yeah, because I still have my PS2 and PS3 and PS4 plugged into like the same TV, and it's like, man, that would be so nice if like new console. You know, I wouldn't get rid of those consoles, but to just have like a neat new console that could play all of those games,
it'd be great.
It would be amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh wow,
guys, fun reminiscing, but we probably took up more time than people have.
I feel like we complained a lot this one.
Yeah, we're a bunch of we're a couple haters, dude.
Dude, we have to. It's our job to give us the world our opinion. All right, like it would be a disservice if we didn't yell at something.
You're right.
You're right. I should say, keep an eye on our socials throughout the month of October. We got a ton of giveaways. Jesus Christ, so much to share and give away with you guys. So please, thank you for all the support, and here's to another year.
Yeah,
the confetti, boom, cheers, champagne, psh, everything all at once.
Back to work, fuckers.
Year 3.
Enough celebrating. Talk to you soon.